spring, and then I thought summer camp, I saw it because every day they came ready to go. And I would challenge them different ways, and they would always meet the challenge. And as a whole group, and I think that's where I saw a lot of it happen.
Mike, the offense was on such a good roll through those first 7 games. They
Yep.
averaged like 44 points per game,
Right.
tons of big plays, and then it seems like the breaks all of a sudden hit,
Uh-huh.
averaging, but only 15 the last 2 games, I think only 2 plays longer than 20 yards. Do you like the way they're responding to this adversity?
Yes, I do. They're practicing hard. They understand, where we are. We had some chance for some big plays that we didn't make, that were there. They made some plays on us too. We just got to keep fighting, and eventually it kind of like I said before, we're kind of cracking it. Eventually the dam will break again, and here we flow again. It's a little bit of a rhythm situation. We got out of rhythm with some penalties and some different things there, and that always hurts offense. If you can get in rhythm, you kind of keep yourself going, and we haven't been able to stay on rhythm as much as we were earlier. And that's part our fault and part the other dudes on the other side too.
Mike, can you also evaluate your offensive line a little bit? Aaron played a bit in that game. McKinley in that front, that front was pretty good.
Yeah.
Just evaluate what they've done.
Yeah, I definitely think that they've really improved. I think they played well enough for us to win in all the football games. Some games they haven't played as well as in others. We knew McKinley would be a beast out there, and he made some plays. We thought he would. We would hope that he wouldn't just wreck the game, and he didn't just wreck the game, but he did make a couple plays that helped them. We would have liked to handle him a little better a couple times, but we did handle him enough to be able to move the ball and do some things there. But I'm looking forward to see how they respond and play this week and keep gelling. But I think they've played well enough for us to, in all 9 games, for us to have a chance to win all 9. I thought that they played well enough. It wasn't like they were just destroyed where we had no chance.
How about Sam?
There was moments that were not as good as others, but there was moments we dominated too. I think there was more moments that we controlled and dominated there was than negative moments over the 9 games.
How about Sam's health?
Sam should be back. He has that AC joint, so he's really sore. We'll see a little bit more. He did a little bit today. Hopefully he'll be able to do a little bit more tomorrow.
Coach, what does this game potentially mean for Seppo? I mean, the win against Stanford, the win against UCLA, they're of course wins, but Seppo's not smiling after those games. He's not having a grand old time. I think he knows more than anyone and is the first person to admit his shortcomings, that he could have played a bit better. How does that turn into a motivation factor for him heading into this matchup?
I think it turns into a big motivation for him. He wants to make sure, he takes full responsibility if the offense doesn't execute or score like it should. He feels like that, he maybe didn't play as good as he could in certain situations. Sometimes it wasn't his fault on different things, but his a competitive attitude. He sees where we want to go, and he wants to make sure we get there. So he understands. He's mature enough to understand. A win's awesome, but also I can learn from this. I've got to do this better. Our team's got to do this better for us to reach the ultimate goal. And to me, that's a true mature champion. And he's grown into that process. My son was teasing, my youngest son was teasing me when I got home against UCLA. He said, "Dad, a year ago you've been cheering and jumping up and down." And he goes, "Everything's changed now, hasn't it?" I go, "Yeah." And he goes, it should have, but he was teasing me. He was ribbing me a little bit. And so I kind of smiled and said, "Yeah, I need to enjoy it." And I did, but at the same time, we're looking for something more than just a win, just a Pac-12 South win. Before, we were just trying to find a Pac-12 South win. Now, that's all changed, which is a good thing. That shows you where we're grown to. And I think that's the same way Seppo feels.
Obviously, winning will take care of everything that's still out in front of you.
Right.
When do you, maybe you already have, but do you pay attention to the BCS playoff rankings, and when will you start paying attention if you haven't?
Dave Platia called me tonight and tell me what we're ranked.
Go watch it.
I won't watch it. I'll be here watching Arizona, and watching our practice film and talking to some of our kids and our coaches and recruiting and everything that we do. Academics, you wear about 25 different hats. And so, but no, I won't worry about all that till the end. I will say though, the more we're on television, the more we're ranked. I do notice that it helps recruiting. So that's a good thing when you call a kid tonight and you're gotten ranked, that's good. So that process of it does. But as far as what our team's doing or what we're doing, we understand that we take care of everything on the field.
Coach, speaking of that, are you allowed to address the growing voice for getting game day to Boulder? Or is that too far down the line?
That's none of mine either. That's another Dave Plattyism, Jason, all those guys. Of course, that would be fun for our university. It'd be fun for our team. Hopefully that would be great. We keep winning. If we just keep winning, things like that happen. That's what I tell our guys all the time. Just keep focusing on the game at hand. You get that game, and you get the next one, and the next one, everything just keeps falling into place, and you'll reach all your goals. The other thing that's really neat is more. Somebody was telling me the other day we've had, I don't know, Isaiah Oliver got the Pac-12 Player of the Week especially we've had a bunch this year. Somebody said, well, Coach, isn't that great? They're voting. I said, yeah, when you win, you get that. When you lose, you don't get that. So that's just part of it. Because you're making plays to get yourself there. So it all goes hand in hand.
Mike, are you aware of what Coach Petrino said in regards to the rankings? That apparently you need to have blowout wins and how he seemed fairly dissatisfied that that's what will move you up. Were you aware of that? And then also, how do you feel about that?
No, I'm not aware of it. And I think if you just win and take care of, you'll move where you're supposed to go.
Any final questions? Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.